Just continue where you were.
I don't know where I was.
He asked you were on a run with the car.
Yeah, we just went on a run because he was only home for a couple of days. And then when he went back into the service, he was riding back and forth. And then when he got discharged,
Was it because of a medical injury or something like that?
No, he
Or
was
just because his
done.
4 years were up?
Yeah, he was done, and he became a first lieutenant. And then he asked me to go to the graduation when he was
Oh, do they have like a ball or anything like that? Or is that
No.
the graduation?
graduation. So I went to the graduation, and then he came home, and then he went into business.
He had his own company, right?
Yeah, he went into business. He had restaurant. He was in the restaurant business, and
What type of restaurant was it, if you don't mind me asking?
but he had people come in a regular restaurant.
Oh.
In the morning he had
So it was like
milk people coming in to deliver milk. So he had breakfast for them, and then he had lunch and he had dinner.
So it was like Olive Garden?
It was steaks and sandwiches at lunchtime.
So it was breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
All right.
So then that was, he opened the business. He used to work there when he was young, and then when he came out of the service, he went went back and worked there. And then the guy.
So did he take the restaurant from his parents?
So then the guy that he was working with when he was young, he was ready to sell it. So then he asked Emil if he wanted to buy it. So he bought it. So then he had that, and then it was maybe 2 years, a year that and it had like an upstairs. This was the restaurant downstairs and upstairs. So then he made a apartment out of that. And then when we got married, after 2 years, when we got married, we stayed there.
So when did he ask you to marry him?
The year?
No, just when. Was it before he got the restaurant or after?
After he got the restaurant. It was, say, 2 years after the restaurant. And then so then we got married, and then we stayed there, and he just had to, go down the steps to get into the restaurant.
Yeah.
So he had that. I don't know.
That's pretty convenient.
Yeah, I don't know how many years he had. I don't even remember how many years he had it. But so we had that, and then so we got married, and then after the restaurant, which I don't know how many years he had it.
It's okay.
He
was it around 5 or more?
I don't know. Maybe the girls would know. I don't remember.
That's okay.
He opened. Then he went from the restaurant. He went into
selling business.
The trucking business. The catering. The trucks.
Oh, like when you get catered food brought to your house?
No, he had trucks that he went to schools and he went to factories, and he had lunch.
Food trucks.
Food trucks, yeah.
But he still had the restaurant, or?
No, he sold the restaurant and went into trucks. He had oh gosh, I forget about that too. How many trucks did he have? I don't know if it was 20.
Probably around 25 to 20, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because that's a lot of trucks.
Yeah.
So
catering trucks, Purity Caterers it was called. And so then he went into that business, and he had his own place on Germantown Avenue where he kept the trucks and where they made the food. He made his own food. He had women from the neighborhood come and make the food.
Like Sunday night dinner?
Eh?
Like Sunday night dinner?
No,
when Aunt Donna makes the food, but instead of giving it to us, she would give it to the trucks?
It had to. No, it was sandwiches and breakfast stuff.
Yeah.
Didn't you ever see his trucks?
No. I know what you mean though.
Yeah, and they had, you know, food on the one side, and in the back they had the coffee and
Yeah.
the teas, and then so all that one side that they had, the women made sandwiches, wrapped them up. They had to be wrapped and all, and breakfast stuff, donuts and you know, coffee.
So were you still living in an apartment at this time?
Yeah.
Above it? Alright.
Yeah, and then we moved to, after we were there for, um, no, we had the first kid was there.
After the first kid you moved?
Yeah, we went to, it was,
And that was Aunt Donna, right?
huh?
That was Aunt Donna, right?
No, we went, what do you mean it was?
First kid.
Oh,
was Aunt
yeah.
Donna.
And then we went to, my mother had a house in, I don't know the name of the town, but it was on Oriana Street. We moved to a house, a row home. We moved to a row home. I guess they don't know.
Oh, on like Boathouse Row?
No,
No?
no. This was in not Germantown, but Oriana Street. It was North Philly.
North Philly.
We moved to North Philly, and with them. Then he sold the business, and then
Sold the
didn't.
kid?
He
No.
didn't sell it. He moved to a new location.
With the trucks?
Yeah, and on Germantown Avenue, he had got this business on Germantown Avenue, and he brought his business to Germantown Avenue. You say that, and then after that, he had the trucks there, but he also, in the front of the store, he opened a deli.
Okay.
Had the trucks in the back, and then this was in the front. He opened a deli, and he was there for so many years. See, I don't know. I don't remember the dates.
That's fine.
You have to have the dates.
No.
And then after that, like I said, he opened a deli, and then
So,
I went down. My mother watched the kids. Oh,
so did you have all three kids by then?
yeah.
So, when did you get the boat? Because I know Emil had a boat. Yeah. Was that close to this one we were just talking about when you opened the deli?
No. When he was at Germantown Avenue, he went in with Bach, with the boat,
Yeah.
and we had a house down.
So was it like was it a commercial fishing boat where he?
No, it had a top on it.
Well, no, but was it like a business where you used boats and then he'd catch fish and sell them? No, all right.
No, it was just
for relax and stuff like that.
A pleasure
okay,
boat, and then, well, then it was at Germantown. That's when he had it, and then what happened? Oh, we had the house. We built a house down in Sea Isle, and that was. I don't know the date.
It's fine, I don't even know the dates.
And so that was in Germantown that he had we had the house, built a house in
Sea Isle.
Sea Isle, and right off the beach. And then he bought a boat. And
So did he have the boat before the house, Sea Isle house, or after the house?
after the house was built, it was being built. When he bought the boat, the house was being built.
Right.
I don't know, maybe the girls know the dates.
Nah, the dates aren't important. I just need the story, because I can put the dates in there.
So then he, after he was in Germantown, that big building that he had, but then he was they came, they robbed them, and
They robbed the deli.
yeah, they came, one night, a bunch of kids, because.
Did you ever catch them?
No, what they did, they came through the roof of the building,
Yeah.
and the trucks were in there. So
Did they take the trucks?
no, they didn't take anything, but they had a party there. It was all young ones from Germantown.
Oh. Because you said they robbed it, and I thought you meant like they stole stuff.
Yeah, they did.
Oh.
They had a party, and after they got done with the party, they took the
Cash register?
no, they took bologna and sodas and all that, and they left.
Whoa.
And then after that, I was working down there, and I was working in the office. I was doing the payrolls and all, and all of a sudden, it was around lunchtime, and there was people in there, and it got real quiet, and I came out of the office, and here there was a guy at the door with a gun, and a guy around at where they were selling, where the counter was.
So did you have a really popular business then?
Yeah,
Oh, because I was gonna say a lot of people come and they like rob you.
yeah, it was kids, and they had a lot of dope down there, in Germantown.
Yeah.
So they came through the skylight, and so then here I came out of the office. I didn't get out of the office. I just stuck my head out, and the guy at the door saw me, and he told me to come out. And they had Emil and the girl. She was colored too. Had them at the told them to get near the sink, and they opened the cash register and they took the money. It was right after lunch, and they were
after
busy.
rush hour.
Yeah.
So did they ever get caught?
No.
Didn't you guys have security cameras in there?
I don't think so, but they were. That's what down there. That's what it is. It was a bunch of.
Did that affect your business a lot, or did you guys still keep going?
No. The only thing is, but it did affect him. He got he broke out in a rash, because here he was up against the sink. Him and the girl that worked there, and but they did get the money from the register, whatever, how much it was or whatever. But and then they made me get out of the room. And here, if I would have just went out the back door from the office, they had a back door and a front door. If I would have went the back door, I would have went into the garage, and I could have got out there and called the cops. But I went the other way.
Well, you didn't know what was going on.
No, it just got quiet.
Yeah.
And when I stuck my head out to see why it got quiet, and here there were people sitting in the booth there. So then after that, then he said that's enough. He had a family, and when they came.
So he sold the business after that?
Yeah, then he sold the business.
And is that when you moved to your last house?
Yeah, Kent Lane, northeast.
Oh, okay. So when did you move into that house? If you don't know, it's fine. Well, I was born 2003, and you started watching me when I was like, what, 3 or 5?
No, I watched you when you were a baby.
So that means that you were released in your house at 2003. You were still at Kent Lane. And then, do you know when you moved there?
I probably, we were there when you came. You said 203?
Yeah.
No, it wasn't 203.
Well, no, that's when you were released there before then, so.
Oh, yeah.
So what, like 1995? You were there for 7 years?
I don't know.
8 years?
Donna would know.
I lost my mom.
Yeah, if she would know. But no, we went there. I had you, after your mother was done, what would they have, so many months off?
Yeah, like vacation days or leave days for when you
yeah. So then I got you right away, and still didn't let go.
I bet you're happy about that.
Oh yeah. So, and you can put that at the end, and I'm still watching him.
So, is that it? I'm assuming.
I don't know, how many pages do you need?
No, I've 15 minutes. That was 15 minutes worth. So that's pretty good.
Well, how much do you need?
That's fine. Because we're basically caught up to current times. Because 2003 was 15 years ago, and I pretty much know everything between that.
Well, do you have to give a speech or just?
No, I'm just writing it down and handing it to the teacher.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not that bad.